What's going on? God, I cannot nail the intro. This is awful, folks. This is bad. This is bad video quality. I apologize. Happy New Year, Squares. What is going on? I hope everyone is doing great. It is time to take a look back and be appreciative and be thankful and kind of take stock and recap how the last year went. What's going on, everybody? I'm Jay. Welcome to Square Pegs. Glad you're here. And yeah, it is the end of the year. It is December 31st. It is New Year's Eve. Stay safe tonight. And we're going to talk about the things that happened over the last year. This isn't going to be a gaming heavily focused one. This is going to be more YouTube stuff. There will be some gaming stuff in here, talking about the stuff that I picked up that I really like, stuff that I'm looking to get over the next year. But we're going to start off, we're going to kind of recap how the year went. So every year I do this video. Last year I said there were a few goals that I wanted to achieve, and I'm going to be looking off screen, so I apologize for that, but I do need to reference my notes here. My goals for 2024. I wanted to get 15,000 subscribers. I nailed it. I actually got 6,022 subscribers over the last year, which is a 14% increase over 2023's numbers. That's pretty awesome. I wanted to increase my view numbers, and I did that. I actually got about 1.4 million views this year. That is a 78% increase over 2023. I also wanted to increase my watch time. I had 77,000 hours of watch time over the last year. That is a 7% increase over the previous year. And a lot of that had to do with the shorts I was doing every day. I haven't been doing those much lately just because I was kind of getting burnt out doing them every day, but those will be starting back up in the new year. I don't know that I'm going to be doing them daily, but I want to do at least 3 or 4 a week just so I can kind of consistently keep in the habit of making content. I did slack off quite a bit in October and November with all the trips we were on, and I miss making the shorts. They're a fun challenge for me because I don't know if you can tell, but I like to hear myself talk, and doing things in a short form is a bit of a challenge for me. So I tend to lean long form. So the short form stuff is a fun exercise at the very least. At least it's an interesting creative endeavor. So 78% increase year over year for views, 7% increase over watch time, 14% increase in subscribers, and I had a 64% revenue increase from AdSense this year. So this has been, by and large, the most successful year I have ever had, just looking at it from a metric standpoint. And there's a lot of other stuff that goes into that as well. I had some of my best convention experiences this year. I went to Midwest Gaming Classic. We actually did our first workshop for Dan and the team there. We. That is a very royal we. It was primarily my wife. My wife is the handy one in the relationship, not me. She did a Joy-Con reshelling workshop. We're looking to do that again this year, hopefully doing both Joy-Cons and Pro Controller reshells, which I think is going to be pretty awesome. We also went to Portage this year in Columbus, Ohio. We went to the Cleveland Gaming Classic. We went to the Southeast Game Exchange. I got to be a judge at the Southeast Game Exchange and pick out the Indie Game of the Year, which I thought was really awesome. We were hoping to do Pittsburgh this year, but I had a work event that butted up right against it. I wasn't able to do that. And we did Torg. So it was a successful year of conventions. I was hoping to actually cut back a little bit last year. I don't know if you guys remember me saying that last year, but that didn't happen. That will be happening this year because I got run ragged at the end of the year. So over the last 2.5 months of the year, I was run ragged. We had a lot of activity going on. I had the Cleveland Gaming Classic at the end of September. Turned around and immediately went to Minneapolis for a work event. 2 days after we got back from Minneapolis, we were headed to Boston for a 7-day cruise up to Canada. Got back from Canada, had about a 2-day wait, and then we were off to Columbus for Torg. Had about 5 days after Torg, and then we were on a plane to Seattle for a week. And then you toss in things like our anniversary and Thanksgiving and Christmas, and now we've got New Year's coming up, and my son's birthday's in January. There's been a lot, and I'm very tired. I'm still tired. Like it was an amazing year, and the opportunities afforded to me to go to all these amazing conventions, and not only that, but the opportunities we took as a family, and we're able to go on these amazing cruises or go on these amazing trips were things that can't be understated and can't be ignored. We're incredibly fortunate people. We work hard in our 9-to-5s. I work hard on the channel, and to be rewarded for that stuff is pretty cool. You know, like this is the least humble of humble brags. Like it's something we worked our butts off for, and we rewarded ourselves, and it was really cool. So very, very appreciative of the opportunity to be able to do that stuff. There was some other stuff that I set out as goals for 2023. I wanted to do my eShop Hidden Gems videos every month, and I almost nailed that. 12 for 12. I actually did 11 months. I missed a month. I ended up getting all the games covered, but I missed a month in the middle of the year and had to come back and circle back around on it. I did my Video Games Monthly unboxings every month. I will not be stopping doing those. I love supporting Joe and his team. I enjoy the service. I enjoy the opportunity to get games sent to me every month. I enjoy the kind of lottery. I always call it a lottery, and someone corrected me, and I can't remember what the terminology was they used, but it was much better than lottery. But I'm sticking with it because I can't remember what it was. It's a monthly lottery. It's a monthly Christmas present I get for myself where I don't know what it is. And I just enjoy it. I love getting retro games in the mail. I think it's cool. Could I be using that money more wisely? Absolutely I could. But could I be using it for more fun? No, because I enjoy not only supporting Joe and his team. They're a local Michigan business, so I like helping them out. I also really enjoy making the content based on those videos, and you guys seem to enjoy them as well. So those won't be stopping. There were some things that I set out to pick up this year. I wanted to get an SG-1000, and that didn't happen. That'll actually be on the list for this year as well. I wanted to get a Game Gear, and thank you to Chris from Game Dad Show and Thor. That did happen. It's the ultimate Game Gear. You can check the video out, linked on screen right now if you want to check it out. It is stunning, an absolutely immaculate piece. I wanted to get a Game Boy Micro and a Game Boy Pocket. Neither one of those things occurred. I wanted to get a Spice Orange GameCube to shut Gary up, and Gary can keep on yapping because I wasn't able to get one of those. I wanted to get a Vita. That did happen. I got an amazing deal on a Vita at the same place that we got a Vita last year for Game Dad at the Broken Sword in Plainwell. And it's amazing. It was a modded Game Gear, so I'm actually able to like toss ROMs and stuff on it if I want to. It's pretty awesome. It's a nice system, and I love having that back in my collection. I wanted to get a PSP. I didn't actually pull the trigger on that. I've had plenty of opportunity. I just didn't really go for it just because I don't see a lot of stuff for the PSP around here. And I'm already going after the Neo Geo Pocket Color stuff, so I didn't really want to add another thing onto my list that was going to be kind of futile searches here locally. So I'm going to hold off and pump the brakes on the PSP for now. I wanted to get a Neo Geo Pocket Color, and that did happen. And I am on the Neo Geo Pocket Color pursuit, trying to get the full United States set. I picked that up at Siege this year from the Video Game Cavern. Andy Pac-Man Case works there, and I saw it at their booth, and I had to pull the trigger on it. I had to get it. Outside of probably anything Nintendo has done for a handheld, the Neo Geo Pocket Color is my favorite handheld system, and I'm so thankful to have it. And it's so nice to be going after something like a full set for the NGPC, but it being such a small footprint and such a small impact on just my overall space because I don't have a ton of room. It's really awesome to be able to go for that and be going after something that I really like. It's kind of cool. I wanted to get both G.I. Joe games for the NES, and I was able to do that. I got one of them at the Broken Sword. I got one of them at Game On in Columbus after Torg this year. I wanted to get an Epic Mickey paintbrush this year, and I was able to do that. It's a Wii Nunchuck. It's great. I love the Epic Mickey series. I love the concept of having the paintbrush as a controller. They also have the clicker as a controller, and I wasn't able to find one of those, so I'm going to keep looking for that. Hopefully I'll be able to get that accomplished in 2025. I wanted to get an original Master System controller, and thanks to Paul from Awazrum, I was able to do that. Thank you, Paul. I hope you're doing well, buddy. I hope you had a Merry Christmas. A few other things I wanted to get. I wanted to get an Arkanoid paddle for the NES. That didn't happen. I had plenty of opportunity. I saw them at a lot of conventions, but like I said last year when I talked about it, too much money, not pulling the trigger on that. And then there was some other stuff I wanted to pick up. I wanted to get the Final Fantasy maps for the original Final Fantasy on the NES. I was able to do that thanks to Thor. I wanted to stay consistent with my Switch content, and I absolutely did that. Made sure that Switch content was flowing regularly. That is far and away the stuff on my channel that is the most popular, that is the most viewed, that is the most regularly interacted with is the Nintendo Switch. And I can tell you right now, when the Switch 2 gets announced, hopefully here in like 8 days, that content will be starting up soon as well, because I really want to be on the forefront of doing Switch 2 content. Very excited for the opportunity to be just being able to play something new from Nintendo. I'm a huge Nintendo fanboy, have been my whole life, and very excited for the Switch 2. I wanted to do more PS5 and more Xbox Series content, and that just didn't happen. Until the end of the year, there was very few games released for either console that interested me. It wasn't until Astro Bot and Indiana Jones and the Great Circle at the ass end of the year that I got really, really excited to play stuff. Now, there's a couple other things I picked up since then. I picked up Dragon Age the Veilguard on PS5 and Star Wars Outlaws on the 360? On the Series X that I'll be taking a look at here in the new year. So that'll be really cool. I'm very excited to try those out. I also wanted to do more Evercade content, and honestly, I've kind of just forgotten about the Evercade. I haven't done much with it, and that is 100% on me and not on them, because they have been pumping out some amazing, amazing cartridges, and I just not seeing it regularly online when I'm searching for stuff or looking for ideas to cover. I don't think of it, and that's unfortunate. Now, what stuff am I hoping to accomplish in 2025? We were planning a trip to Ireland and Scotland at the start of the year. That unfortunately fell through. We've had a few things that have had to come up that have really taken precedent. We have moved into a bigger space, so that is eating up some of our money. We just got a new car, so that is obviously eating up some more money. We had to take the trip to Seattle and a couple other things like that. That's kind of impacted our budget. So Ireland and Scotland is getting pushed off at least until 2025, probably 2026 at this rate, just because there's too much stuff going on over the next year. We have a couple of trips in 2025 that we've already got on the books that we have to take care of, and we have to make sure that we're paying for. So I think our great European adventure is going to take place in 2026, which sucks, but I'm hoping to get out there then, and it should be fun. And by that point, Victor will be 18, so he'll be able to enjoy Europe to the fullest at that rate, and it'll be a good time. So I think that makes more sense in the grand scheme of things. So I would like to get to 22,000 subscribers. I went up to over 15,000 by the end of the year, which is truly appreciative. And I don't think that that's outlandish. I think 7,000 is a good solid number. My subscriber increase always balloons at the start of the year. For some reason, it always seems like my views go through the roof in February, March, April. I don't know why, but I'll take it. So I'm expecting probably about 1,000 subscribers over that course of time. And I hopefully can fill in the rest of it over the rest of the year. And if I don't get there, it's not a big deal. It's a nice to have number, not a necessary number, I guess is the best way to put it. I'd like to get 1.5 million views this coming year. I'd like to get to 85,000 hours of watch time. And that's all things that are completely achievable. I don't think that any of those are outlandish ideas or things that I think are going to be difficult to accomplish. When I went to Seattle this year, it was awesome. We got to see John Hancock, which is great. I always love seeing John and his family. I also got to hang out and really get to meet for the first time Metal Jesus, aka Jason. It was awesome to be able to see him, to hang out with him for a day, and hoping to get back out there to see him later this year. We're going back in the summertime for another week just to spend some more time in Seattle, and really looking forward to that. So hopefully I'll be able to spend some more time with Jason. Now, going into 2025, what is 2025 going to be the focus of? We had both the Summer of Sega and the Neo Geo Pocket Color Pursuit happen in 2024. The NGPC Pursuit is going to carry on. I am dead set on getting that complete North American set. I am a third of the way through it, and it's going to take a while to complete the whole thing, because it's not something I see ever here in Michigan. I've seen literally one Neo Geo Pocket Color game for sale at a store in Michigan in the 9 years I've lived here now. So it's something where I am going to have to use my time at conventions wisely to find games there. I am going to have to, when I go back to Seattle, really hit up those stores out there that get a lot of churn and a lot of retro awesomeness into their locations to see if there's anything there I want to pick up. But it's not an overnight success story. It's not something I'm going to be getting done this year. I know that for a fact. It won't happen, but hopefully by the end of the year we'll be at 2/3 done. I think that'd be really cool. But what is going to be the achievable goal? What is going to be the thing, the year-long pursuit, the year-long goal? I am calling 2025 the year of the controller. Now, specifically, this is going to be retro controllers, not controllers for new systems. Although when the Switch 2 does drop, there will probably be a discussion on the new Joy-Cons and whatever Pro Controller option they have, things like that. But I want to be looking at least one controller every month for a retro console, and I might just pick a retro console and talk about a few controllers to discuss that. But the idea and the goal is to pick up at least one controller every month and talk about it, and hopefully by the end of the year we'll have 12 different videos for 12 different controllers, and we'll talk about the pros and cons of each one. I don't do a lot of controller content, and this is kind of a way for me to work in an extra video to kind of exercise some different skills and work on some different review techniques. So hopefully you guys enjoy it. Hopefully it's something that you find entertaining. And if not, let me know and we'll cancel it. We'll just jettison the year of the controller out the window. I'm hoping to pick up a Wonderswan Color this year, specifically the Final Fantasy Wonderswan Color. I almost got one at Torg this year, but it was not working, which stinks because it was really neat because it came with a one-piece fighting game and I thought that was really awesome and I really wanted to get it, but the machine wasn't working. So hopefully I will be able to find one this year and get a working Wonderswan Color in the collection. I do want to get that SG-1000, as I mentioned earlier. It's the only Sega console now I don't have. Now, yes, there are variants I don't have. I don't have a JVC XI. I don't have a CDX or anything like that, but I have ways to play every single Sega console now except the SG-1000 and a Pico. I guess a Pico. I don't care about the Pico. Like, that's... Eventually I'll get one just so I can say, yes, I own everything Sega ever made, but it is by far not the end all be all and the necessity of any stretch of the imagination. I know a lot of people love it. I don't care. I also want to get a TurboGrafx 16. It's something where my favorite local stores, Replay It Retro, they're up in Pawpaw, and they've had one a few times, and I've been like this close to pulling the trigger on it. I just haven't done it, but I think this year I'm going to be getting a TurboGrafx and adding it to the collection. I think that'd be really cool. Hopefully, at least. For content coming on this year, I want to get more Saturn content done. I want to get more Master System content done. I really enjoyed doing Master System videos last year. And it's different for me because it's coming from a very amateur perspective because I don't have a lot of experience with a Master System. I didn't get one until the year before last, and I never spent a ton of time with it when I was younger outside of the Lucky Dime Caper. So I'm looking forward to spending more time with the Master System, and I've gotten some incredible suggestions from folks about games I should be checking out on the Master System. So if there are particular Master System games that you love, let me know in the comments down below. I would love to check them out, and I will hopefully be able to do more Master System content throughout the year. More Neo Geo Pocket Color content will be happening. Despite the fact that it does not get views, I really don't care. Those videos are for me and the 8 people that happen to enjoy them. I am just such a fan of that system, and I will go to the mat for that one every day of the week. So yeah, you're going to get more of it. Deal with it. As far as conventions go this year, I am definitely looking to scale back. We're going to do Midwest Gaming Classic, most likely doing Korgs in Columbus, just because I really enjoy Korgs, and this is the first time they're doing a two-day convention, so I want to be there to support Gary and his team. Definitely doing Cleveland Gaming Classic because Tom is great, and I very much want to be there. Probably doing Pittsburgh. I have let my work know that I can't do a work event around that time this year, so hopefully that holds true, and I will be able to do the Pittsburgh Gaming Expo. And other than that, the only one that's really on the docket right now is Siege. And I am 90% sure we will be there. I don't know that it's going to turn into the big trip it usually does for us. This might just be kind of a weekend warrior thing for me where I drive down and just do the show and then drive back, just take a couple of days off of work, but we'll see. But yeah, I think that's about it. That's going to be the convention goals for the year. I'm really pumping the brakes on conventions this year. I need a break. I'm just... I'm tired. Both me and my wallet need breaks from convention season. But yeah, I think that is pretty much the goals for the year. I would love to do more collaborations with folks. I would love to just kind of expand the channel. You know, it's not lost on me that the folks who watch my videos are spending time with me, even though they're not, spending time with me, but they spend their time with me, and that's appreciated. And honestly, just will always be bizarre to me that people want to hear me talk, which I tend to do quite a bit. As of right now, we're at 24 minutes on this video, and I've just been talking the whole time. Oh, man. Shit. Thank you. I guess that's really what this comes down to. I just appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate you letting me into your homes and speaking to you, whether it's on a TV, on a computer, on your mobile device, spending time with me, and endorsing the things that I do, and just being a part of the evolution of this channel and of me as a person is something I truly appreciate, and I can't thank you enough for that. I'm excited to see what 2025 brings. I am stoked for opportunity and to see what happens next. This is a hell of a journey. It's a hell of a hobby, and it's something where I am just truly, truly appreciative of every opportunity that this thing affords me. And I thank you for being here. I'm looking forward to 2025, onward and upward. As I always say, whenever a milestone hits, I always say onward and upward. And it's because of you guys being here and supporting me that I'm able to say that. If you're new here, this is your first time on the channel, you enjoy the things I say, give the video a thumbs up. The engagement helps the channel out. Stick around for a little while, hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. Until next time, folks, I've been Jay. Thank you again for being here. Remember to play more games, stay square, and take care. I'll talk to you soon.